first I'm gonna start by covering my cake boards with some foil. So I just cut little slits in the foil like that, because then at the end you're just gonna fold it over each other. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So just like that. So you can always buy cake boards that are already covered with pretty paper, or you can cover them on your own. I just use foil because it's not going anywhere but my belly. So, well, not the cake board, but the cake. So I don't really care. But if I were to do it for someone else, I would have bought a nicer cake board. Yeah, just like that. That's what the back looks like. Set that aside, and I'm going to level the cakes now. I'm going to try because I'm still practicing leveling cakes. Alright, I have a recipe for this chocolate cake on my channel, so if you'd like to see how I made it, go ahead and check it out. I'll try to link it somewhere here in the video or in the description box below. Let's start. Bear with me because I do not do this, so so that's one. Ignore the mess. I should make my channel The Messy Baker. If it ain't messy, it ain't good. Because I am very messy when it comes to baking. Very messy. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and fill these. One with frosting to make it down. And then the other two are going to be our inside colors. Using Jell-O. So these are the colors that are going to be inside. I wanted to put all three inside, green, purple, and orange, but since I only have 3 layers, I'm going to put purple and orange inside, and then I'll put the green on top as the drip. So yeah. That's why I made extra green, because I thought I was going to have an extra layer to put it in. Alright. First, so this was supposed to be black. Everything was supposed to be super black, but this is as dark as I could get it. I ran out of food coloring. I'm gonna have to buy, I think it's Ameritrade. I think that's the brand. And it comes in a big bottle, so I can use a lot. But the one I had was like this tiny, so it didn't have much. And this is as dark as I could get. I'm just gonna cut a hole maybe there. You know what? It doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna be on the inside and no one's gonna see it. So for these colors, I used vanilla pudding, and I just added food dye into them. This purple isn't the purple I wanted. I just didn't have the right colors. I tried doing red and blue, and it came out darker because I added a lot of blue and it was really murky. So then I did a violet color and it came out like this. But I wanted more of a bright Halloween purple, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's okay. It's the same. It's close enough. Gonna do the same thing with this one. So here I'm adding a dam with the buttercream. This is just going to help the pudding stay in place and not leak out over the sides. It's also going to help the cake not bulge from the sides, because once you put that second layer on top of that, it's going to add some weight, and the buttercream is there to help it stay strong. Basically, it won't fall down, it won't squish the pudding out. So that's what that does.
Waiting for the next surprise. Skeleton Jack might catch you in the back and scream like a banshee, make you jump out of your skin. This is Halloween, everybody scream. Please make way for a very special guy. Our man Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king. Now this is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. That's our job, but we're not mean. In our town of Halloween. In this town we call home. Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
So now that the cake is done chilling in the fridge, the buttercream should be nice and firm, so we can go ahead and put our final coating on. And I'm just looking at it because it was a little lopsided. And I was trying to see for sure if it was, or if it was just my eyes playing tricks with me, but it was, because I iced the sides while the inside was still soft. I hadn't put it in the fridge to chill before I crumb coated, so it kind of moved around a little bit, but that's okay, because like I said, it was just for me and the people that live with me, so it wasn't a biggie. So now I'm just smoothing the sides out with my scraper. This is just going to give it nice smooth sides, and then in a second you'll see that it leaves some open spaces. So what you can do with that is get your spatula, just put some more frosting there to build it up, and then go back around with your smoother, and eventually you'll get it all nice and smooth without any of those big holes. So here I'm just smoothing off the top. I'm just making sure everything is as smooth as I can get it. And then after, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the fridge again to chill. I ended up putting this, I think, for a few hours, to be honest, before I put the slime on top. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come right back and we can put the slime on the top. So I'm just placing the green vanilla pudding into a squeezy bottle so that it makes it just a little bit easier to get the drips on the side of the cake. I was going for more of a neat look. I had my idea off of Pinterest, but it didn't come out like that because apparently they didn't use pudding, they used the candy melt. The pudding was from the inside, but this actually looked more like slime than it did just like a neat green drip. So it actually turned out pretty good. The only thing is, if you're going to be having this sit in the fridge overnight, the pudding did drip down the side, so it didn't stay looking that nice. So next time I would use the candy drip, so I think that's the best way to go. But the pudding on the inside is a big hit. It was so good. So now I'm gonna start doing the drip around the sides. So I start around the corners or the edges of the cake, and then after all of that's done, I start in the middle, or I finish in the middle. But as you can see, the pudding doesn't drip as smoothly as the candy drips or a chocolate would. But that's what gives it its slime look, so I actually ended up liking it. But the thing with pudding is it will drip down the sides kind of in a watery way. You'll see in a bit in another clip when I'm cutting into the cake how it dripped overnight, but it still looks really cute if you're gonna serve it that same day at a party or whatever. It still looks cute. So like I mentioned before, it looks so ugly the next day, but that's okay, because like I said, again, I'm just gonna eat it. But that's why I'm saying do the candy drip. Don't do pudding on top, because it just does not work apparently, as you can see here. But it was still good. It still tasted good. It didn't taste old or nothing like that. And then it looked a little sloppy too when I pulled it out, but it was so good. So freaking good. I've never tried chocolate cake with pudding before. Try it. It is so good.